So these are two questions that I want us to revise through. The first topic is falling under matrices, where you are taught to find the determinant and inverse. This question is under a topic that we get to call geometric progression. We are taught to find the nth term, sum of the nth term, and the geometric mean. So these are things that I'll teach you, and I guess by the end of this particular session, you are going to get and know one or two things. So straight away, we dive into the questions. Given that matrix P is equal to, so given that matrix P is equal to what? You are given that matrix P is equal to that. Find its determinant. You are told to find its determinant. You know that that is matrix P. So what you are going to do, you say that matrix what? Matrix P. Since you are taught to find determinant, you put these things that are here. You say this is now equal to. How do you find the determinant of a given matrix? You say the product of the major diagonal. We say the product. So product of the what? Major diagonal. So I'm going to say this. This is the product of the major diagonal minus the product of the minor diagonal. When I say minor diagonal, I guess you know what I'm talking about. Minor diagonal is this one that is this side. This is what we get to call as the minor diagonal. Then this one that is here, this is what we get to call as the major what? Major diagonal. So this one that is here, this is called the what? The major diagonal. Then this one is the minor. So product telling you to say that you need to multiply. So how do you find the determinant of that particular matrix? So product of major. Major is this one. You are multiplying. You put them in brackets. 3 times 2. Those are numbers in the major diagonal. Minor diagonal, we've got negative 4 multiplied by negative 1. So what answer are we getting if we do our mathematics there? This is 6 minus, this is negative 4. So finally, negative 4 times negative 1, you just get a positive 4. This negative, so you put a negative there. Then finally, what will be the answer now? So the answer to this particular question now is what? What is the answer? So we say, what will be the answer? So the answer, we just say, the answer is what? 2. So the answer is just 2. This is the what? This is the determinant. We have found the determinant. 2 marks just doing this. We go to this question. We are taught to find the inverse. How then do we get to find the inverse? For you to be able to find the inverse, you need to know that inverse, for example, this is matrix P. So inverse of matrix P is equal to, you say, have you seen the symbol there? Inverse, see that symbol? You say 1 over the determinant. You get the determinant. Then the matrix, what are we given? That is 3, negative 4, negative 1, 2. This is what? This is our matrix. So this is our matrix. What we are now going to do is that I say inverse of that particular matrix is equal to 1 over. What is the determinant? The determinant of this particular matrix, this is what? 2. I put a 2 there. So then I do this. I will not write this particular matrix like the way it is. What I'm going to do is that you need to understand that the major diagonal I've explained, and I guess you know which one is the major and which one is the minor. So what will happen is that in the major diagonal, positions are going to swap. This 2 goes on top, the 3 comes down. In the minor diagonal, you need to understand that signs are going to change. If it is negative, it is going to become positive. If it is positive, it is going to become negative. So this one is negative 1, so it becomes positive. This is negative 4, it becomes positive. This is it. Some of you are used the ending here, there is no problem. But we can go further and we get to multiply. This one is called a scalar. We multiply it with everything there. So we say determinant now is equal to So I say 1 times 2, it is 2. 2 divided by 2, I get a 1 there. 1 times 2, 1 times 1, it is 1. 1 divided by 2, it is just 1 over 2. 1 times 4, it is 4. 4 divided by 2, you get a 2. 1 times 3, it is 3. 3 divided by 2, you just get 3 over 2, like this. So meaning that this is the answer. We are done with that. This is what we are supposed to do. Let us now go to another question. So another question that is here. This is another question. So given the geometric progression, this is the geometric progression. Find the 10th term. How do we get to find the 10th term now? You need to know that the formula for terms is this particular formula. an to the power n minus 1. This is the formula now. So meaning we need to be able to find the a. What is a? A is our first term. What is our first term in this case? The first term, so a is equal to 10. That is our first term. Then what is r? The common ratio. The common ratio is given by the formula T2 divide T what? T1. This is what you need to do. So what are we doing here? What is our T2? This is T1, T2 to T3. So T2, that is 30. Then we say over, what is T1? That is 10. So 30 divide 10, you get a 3. So common ratio is 3. What is n? The term that we want to find. So in this case, n is equal to 10. So we now replace in this particular formula. T10 is equal to, where there is n, you put 10. Where there is a, you put 10. So 10 multiplied by, so we are multiplying this by what? R, that is 3. Common ratio, 3 to the power 10 minus 1. So finally, the 10th term is now equal to what? What is the 10th term? So 10th term, you get your calculator here. This is paper 2. You are supposed to be using your calculator. So this is just the same as 10 multiplied by 3 to the power 9. Power, this is like a symbol for power. Have you seen? So on your calculator, look for that part. Power 9. 10 minus 1, that is 9. So what is the answer there? Have you seen the answer that I'm getting if I just multiply there? If I find the 10th term now. Have you seen the answer that is there? This is the particular answer. That is 1, 9. So it is so I change my calculator. I do this. I put it in standard. So 10 times, so 3 to the power 9. Then what is the answer? This is the answer I'm getting. Have you seen? It was not in standard and it's supposed to be in degrees there. So this is the answer I'm getting as 6, 8. So to avoid mistakes, it is better you just change your calculator to be in appropriate standard form. So we are done with that question. We now go to the sum of the what? First 6 terms. How do we find the sum of the first 6 terms? Before I proceed, if this video is interesting and if you are encouraged, this is a public video, I'm revising through it publicly. So if you want to join me, and don't forget to subscribe or follow us on this channel or page. So you WhatsApp me on this particular number if you want tuitions. So if you are looking for tuitions, you want somebody to help you, you are receiving, I do offer online tuitions, so you can WhatsApp me on this particular number. I'm here to help you get that distinction that you want. So we are on this question, the sum of the first 6 terms. How then can we find the sum of the first 6 terms? We need to look at 2 formulas here. I'm explaining these things in such a way that if you find another question that will fall under this particular part, you must be able to answer it. So sum, we look at the common ratio. If the common ratio is greater than 1, I want you to understand. If the common ratio is greater than what? Greater than 1. The formula you are going to use, this is the formula. We say A, then what are we going to say? We say common ratio power n minus 1. Then over r minus 1. We get to use this particular formula if the common ratio is greater than 1. We've got another formula if the common ratio is less than 1. The formula we get to use, we get to say sum of the n terms is equal to first term, then 1 minus r power n, then over what? 1 minus r. These are two formulas that you need to understand. If the common ratio is greater than 1, this is a formula you need to use. If the common ratio is less than 1, this is a particular formula we need to use. So with dialect to dive into the question, want to find the sum of the first 6 terms. What is our common ratio? 3. Is 3 greater than 1 or less than 1? 3, definitely it is greater than 1. So greater than 1, this is the formula we are going to use. A is our first term. We know first term is 10. R common ratio. Any first 6 terms, so it is 6. So we substitute 6 is equal to, like this, first term that is 10, then 3 to the power 10 minus 1 over 3 minus 1. What is our answer there? This is too simple. So what answer are we going to get? So this is 10, open bracket. Then what is 3? I can make a mistake. So I want you people to follow me. 3 to the power 10. That answer has come. Then they are telling us to say first 6 terms. So here is supposed to be a 6, not 10. First 6 terms. So n is 6. So I say, what is 3 to the power 6? What answer am I getting? 3 to the power 6. I'm getting 729 minus 1. What is the answer? I'm getting 728. You can confirm with me over. So here, what am I getting? Just on this particular part. 3 minus 1, that is 2. Have you seen? So I get to multiply this answer. 728 times 10. Times what? 10. The answer has come. This answer that has appeared, this particular answer, I said divide what? Divide 2. What answer am I getting? The answer that I'm getting is 3640. So meaning that this is the sum of the first 6 terms. If you're facing some challenges in understanding this part, it may mean that you were not there when I was doing my introduction, when I was teaching this particular part. And if you're just coming across this channel, consider starting tuitions with us. And when you start tuitions, it doesn't mean that you need to request, oh sir, I need GP. No, you get to follow our curriculum. We know in a way in which we get to bake students, prepare them for their exams. So this is it. So if you are rewriting, you are an internal, start your tuitions. I get to help you. I do tuitions for the GCEs and the internal candidates. You're doing O levels, A levels, here to help you. So just like this, we are done. We now go to the last question. The last question, I'll just write it here because it is simple. This question, it is saying geometric mean of these two. How do we find the geometric mean? So geometric mean, whenever you are taught to find the geometric mean, you just find the square root of the numbers given. You multiply them. So that is 2430. 2430 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 21. So just this is 21. So 21 what? 21 870. This is it. So you say this is equal to the square root. You multiply. You are multiplying what? 2430 times z times what? 8 times 21 times 21 870. 870. What answer are we getting? The answer that we are getting is 5314100. This is the answer that I'm getting. So finally, if you find the square root there, what is the answer? If you put the square root, what is the answer there? So if you put a square root there, the answer that you are getting is, so I'll just say Therefore, I'm done. I guess you've seen the answer. This is the answer that I'm getting there. So, therefore, geometric mean is equal to what? 7290. So, this is the answer, and this is how you are supposed to go about these things. The same way I've answered, this is how you are supposed to answer them. Have you seen? I was not even struggling. So answering this, have you seen the marks that you've just secured for yourself? 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. This is what? 4. This is 5. So altogether, have you seen? All these are marks that we are talking about. And these things, you find them in an exam. This is ECZ. This is where we are going to end from. Thank you so much.